Okay, hi everyone, it's Rita. I hope everyone's well. First of all, let me apologise. I know that I've been saying I'll be doing my setup video for quite some time. This is specifically to my little Facebook groups that I'm on, and you've all been waiting and I've been updating you and trying to get this on, but I have had so many difficulties. It has been unbelievable. From making sure that the camcorder is the right one and compatible to my computer. I'd recorded it 3 times, only to discover that the first 2 videos I wasn't happy with, and then the very last one I was really happy with, but for whatever reason it just wouldn't hook up with my Mac, and I would have had to invest in like £80 worth of equipment. Then I borrowed a camera and we filmed it again, but I got it onto the computer, but I was struggling to get it on to YouTube, and I was struggling with the particular camera. It's more of a camera than it is a camcorder, so I contacted someone on YouTube who has been very, very helpful in getting me to set it all up. And then we had the dilemma of getting it from iMovies to YouTube, so it's just been a little bit tricky. And as a result of all the time that has lapsed, I've actually changed planners, because I know all of you were expecting to see the purple Malden, which I still have. Here it is. It's beautiful and very soft and floppy, and you can see the rings are, you know, nice. There's plenty of room. Some marks here, unfortunately, but it's a great planner, really nice planner, and I got it because it was so soft and floppy and you could really stuff her, and that's why I got her. But a friend of mine put me onto Austerlitz and said that that's the way you should be going, and we did some hunting around. We found a nice Austerlitz in Plum, and I just love it, and my setup has changed yet again for various reasons, which I'll go through. So anyway, I'm pretty happy with the setup now. I don't think it will change. It might evolve a bit, but it certainly wouldn't change. But sorry for all the Malden lovers that were waiting to see the setup of this. I've just changed it. I thought I'd show you a little bit of my collection. There's more scattered around my office. This little pocket petal. This is what I use to track purchases on the net, swaps, racks, that sort of thing. It doesn't really go out, it stays at home. I don't really do a huge amount with it. For those that are considering getting this, just one note, it does get dirty really, really quickly, which is why for me it just stays at home. And this is a journal notebook cover made by Ray Blake. It's on the concept of the Midori. I'm not going to show you all my setups of all my various planners and things, because I would just be here for quite a while. But if people are interested in the Midori setup or the notebook covers done by Ray Blake, let me know and I'll certainly do another video on that. And then I have my vintage pink. No, it's not. It's antique rose. Sorry, I'm getting so confused with all the pinks. It's antique rose Finchley. I'm not sure what to do with her yet. I got her recently from a lovely lady in Australia, but I'm not sure how I'm going to use her. So if you have any ideas, let me know. And then this is the replacement of the Malden. It's the Austerlitz. I'm just going to zoom out a bit. Can we do that? Okay, so this is the Austerlitz. This is what I've just got recently, and it's very different to the Malden in that it's you can see the Malden. I'll leave them side by side without the glare, preferably. There we go. It's a lot stiffer. It's a much stiffer kind of leather, whereas the Malden's very soft. Still has a very long strap. You know, that's quite a significant strap, and again you can bulk her, which is great. My only concern, I suppose, is I'm a little bit worried that if I bulk her too much this is going to crack, but I'm going to see how she wears over the next sort of few weeks, few months. But this is the Osterly, and I love it. It's really me. The one thing that I would say is that the Osterly is significantly heavier than the purple Malden. Well, any of the Maldens. It is heavier, but it's a much more sturdy kind of Filofax. So both are A5 size. Okay, so now another question, I get PM'd this all the time on Facebook about where to get Filofaxes from. There are the obvious places like Filofax site, Amazon, eBay. Probably the cheapest option I found and the really very good customer service is Coleman's. I'm going to link whatever people that I mention or websites or videos if I can figure it out. But what I've prepared is a little sheet of all the various sites that I'll be referring to so that you guys can get them in case I can't link, because, you know, I'm not very good when it comes to technology. So there is Coleman's at the top. Coleman's-online.co.uk. It's worth keeping an eye on their site. And one thing to note with Coleman's, just because it says it's not available on their website isn't necessarily true. What I've discovered with them is they get the stock in, but it might be at least 24 hours before it's up on the website. So it's always worth dropping them an email or giving them a call. Yes, they do ship internationally. They're, you know, very good. They're very down to earth. I've had dealings with them. I wouldn't complain at all. And then other than that, I would really search the net for other Filofax distributors to see where you might be able to pick up a Filofax, especially for those that aren't in the UK. But even those that are in the UK, it's always worth shopping around. Okay, so the Osterly. When we open her, one of the things that I love about the Osterly is that there's loads and loads of pockets, and some are quite deep and others not so deep, and that's just perfect for me. So I always keep a few little clips just here because they're so pretty. Crafty Ali made me these, but I'm going to show you a bit more of her work before I show you the link. Some highlighter arrows, they're transparent, so they're quite useful. Some flags, and then behind here, it's quite funny actually, pull this out for you. Right, what we have is a £20 tissue. It's tissue. It's not actually money, it's just tissue, because I'm really into law of attraction. So, you know, if I keep money there and it brings more money in, well, that's the hope anyway. There is logic to my madness, I promise. And then a few little journaling cards and notelets. I quite like these, and you know, if I come across something inspiring, then I can just write it on here and, you know, washi tape it to my Filofax somewhere. And then right at the back, I'm going to pull this out so you can actually see how deep this pocket is. It's really big. Look, you can see my whole hand can go in there. It's really big and I love that. I just keep some sheets of paper. This was racked to me. So was this little owl one. So was this hedgehog and owl one. That was a rack as well. These are owl to-do sheets, and they come from Staples. This is where I found them. Staples do a whole range of little owl and cutesy notebooks. There's another one. So they're very good. And if you can't find it in your local Staples, then you can go to, there we are, Go Stationery. They stock them. I don't know about the rest of the world. I can only tell you from the UK perspective. Waterstone stock 'em, Staples stock 'em, and Selfridges in London, in their stationery section, they have tons of Go stationery, and their stuff is adorable, from owls to flowers to hearts to patterns to all sorts. I just love, love, love their stuff. And at the back is just some stickers. These came from Hobbycraft, and they're the Dear Lizzie range. So all of that just stays in the back, and it's when I want to write quick notes or list things, that sort of thing, really. So they just stay in the back. Then, right, now let's see if I can. Okay, so can you see this? How beautiful this is. This is a page marker that a very talented and creative young lady called Shitl made this for me. She's so talented. I love her stuff. She too has an SD store, and she has a blog, and I encourage you to go to that blog because she does do reviews of stationery. One of her blogs actually that I really liked was washi, where to buy washi, and right from the low end stuff right to the quality stuff, so you can get, you know, the decent washi for your money. So for example, this is washi that I got from the Works, but it's very plasticky. Can you hear that? It's not very good quality. It's quite bad actually. So what I use this as, because I don't want it to waste, when I send post I use clear tape and then I just put that on top, so it just gives it a bit of pattern, but actually it's not very good. So she did a great review about where's the best place to get washi, and here's another bit of washi that I found. This was from Waterstones, and I know that Shitl recommends it, but it's really good quality and it's such a nice pattern. I never thought Waterstones would be the place to like get washi, but definitely worth going into, the small and the big ones. So I encourage you to go to her site, her blog and her SD store. So there's her blog, and then if you go to SD, her shop is called Love a Stylist. So again, I will do my best to link her, but yeah, she does some really great stuff. And then go back, we've got Martha Stewart. I love Martha Stewart stickies. Like, I adore them, and I'm hoping that I'm going to get the really big size ones at some point as well. I was so fortunate. My lovely, lovely US friend Christina sent these in a rack to me, and Christina, I can't tell you how grateful I am. Love, love, love. Unfortunately, we can't get them in the UK unless we order them on eBay, and they charge us like 30 quid. It's crazy. And then can you see? It says Rita, some hearts, and then Reet. I have like a gazillion nicknames. Even though my name is Rita, people call me Reet, Reety, Reetykins. It just goes on. And this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful page marker, personalised name, was made by a very talented young lady called Crafty Ali, and she's going to be opening an SD store soon. So Ali, you now have incentive, because I know people are going to be asking me about these, and what you can do in the meantime is contact her on Facebook. So there she is, Crafty Ali, but again I will try to link it. And she made me a couple of these actually, so I'm so grateful to her. She did me such a good job. Then a handmade divider. This is again another Shitl creation. This is one of the famous, are they called Ollie clips? I'm not sure, but this was gifted to me, and I love it because it's so, like, you can hear, I struggle to actually open it up. That you see, and it can really genuinely hold like a decent amount of paper. So I love these clips. I want more and more and more. And then what you'll see is all my tabs. Now this is why I wanted Martha Stewart. I was so desperate for Martha Stewart. I wanted consistency in my tabs. I know that a lot of people love the Girl of All Work tabs, and they're great, they really are, but I have sections that are named but they're unique for me, and I haven't found anyone that does customized labels. So Christina, because she sent me a whole pack of these, I I've unfortunately run out of the pink, but I wanted consistency, and what I was using were the post-it ones that are really bright and leery, but I just prefer the pastel colours. So the first section here is called my focus section. Now, this wasn't my idea. This was, I'm sorry about this glare, let's see if I can just adjust the camera a bit. This was, this idea came from a lady called Joy on YouTube, and again I will link her. There we go.